is beginning to arrive, but it's nice and warm here in Moody Coliseum. One final game before Christmas for both these teams as ACU hosts Division III Howard Payne. We send you now courtside. I'm Owen Simpson alongside my partner Coy Oslin for tonight's matchup. Two very different moods for both these teams. ACU coming off their biggest comeback in Division I history from Saturday after a big win on the road against CSU Bakersfield. Meanwhile, for Howard Payne, Division III school, not a great start on the year. They've lost 7 in a row and have yet to find a win in conference play.
Yeah, and these two teams, they're complete parallels, like you said. ACU's trying to find that rhythm before they go to conference play. Kind of a hard non-conference schedule for them.
Let's take a look at our impact players for tonight. We have Miles Brown for Howard Payne and Tobias Cameron for ACU coming off a big game this weekend.
Yeah, Owen, Miles Brown, all-around player, the guy that you want to see on your team, someone who can get the job done no matter where he is on the court for you. Tobias Cameron, on the other hand, he's that guy for ACU right now. That last game versus CSU Bakersfield, he dropped 17 points in that comeback. Something to look for on offense tonight for ACU.
Just like that, we are ready for tip-off here in Abilene, Texas. Wildcats win the toss. Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineups for both teams today. Starting off with Howard Payne. They are going on a much smaller size. You have Miles Kaler. We'll keep an eye on him throughout the day, along with Miles Brown, Armani Ramey, Jaron Godfrey, and Harold Myart. And there's Tobias Cameron for the Wildcats, one of the starting 5 today, including Damian Daniels, Cameron Steele, Hunter Jack Madden, and another veteran, Joe Pleasant. Three-point attempt. Up and no good. Steele with the rebound. We're going to be talking about this a lot today, and that is the size advantage for the Wildcats. There's Cameron for 3, and it's good. Tobias Cameron, just like that, with 2 3-pointers.
An early 6 points for Tobias Cameron. He's continuing his hot streak from the CSU Bakersfield game.
Another 3-point attempt. That one way off, and no good by Ramey. Cameron. Another, and there's a heat check. He was feeling it.
You know, but to your point on that size advantage, you rarely talk about the Wildcats being the team with this size advantage. Definitely have it here in this one.
And an offensive foul. Tobias Cameron draws the foul, and that'll be on Miles Kaler. Take a look one more time. Cameron for 3. 2 3-pointers in the first 50 seconds of the game.
Acted like nothing happened there on those 2 shots, Owen.
Calm and collective to start tonight's matchup. Inside to Pleasant. Up and good. Joe Pleasant coming to life. Started a little slow, had a couple injuries starting the year, but he's had back-to-back double-digit games. And there's the response, a deep 3 from Howard Payne. Miles Brown with the triple.
Yeah, that's what Miles Brown does. He finds the place to shoot, and he gets his shot off perfectly.
Bad pass there. Jaron Godfrey with the steal, taking it in. Shot is up, rolls off the rim, and the Wildcats back with it. Hunter Jack Madden, loose ball, another turnover for the Wildcats. Fast break, and yeah, that's one too many steps. That'll be a travel on the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, he knew it. You could see by his reaction stepping into the paint. He knew that he had taken one too many.
Just thinking a little too much on the fast break. Just to give you a little perspective on how ACU has struggled rebounding the ball this year. They're a smaller team than most Division I schools, and they're near dead last in the country in rebounds per game. But the size disadvantage isn't going to be a factor this time around. It seems to be protecting the basketball. That's 3 quick turnovers and a foul on Damian Daniels. There's head coach Nadir Dalla for Howard Payne. It's his 2nd year as head coach. He accepted the job after being a high school basketball coach over at Brownwood High School. He was a 2000 graduate of Howard Payne. Nadir played point guard for the Yellow Jackets from 1993 to 1997, earning all conference awards 3 consecutive times. So a lot of experience for this head coach.
Yeah, trying to build a program that has had some rough times lately, but definitely the type of guy that you'd want to have in that position.
I believe the officials taking a look at the shot clock. And all set to go. Once again, another deep three, quick trigger. Won't get that one to fall. So ACU takes over after the ball heads out of bounds. An aggressive start for both teams. ACU struggling to protect the ball early. 3 turnovers in just the past 60 seconds. Driving inside, it's deflected. Howard Payne pushing it. Mismatches, but takes it inside. That'll be a foul. Let's go and take a look at the keys to the game, Coy.
Yeah, for ACU, you got to work your bench. You got so many great guys coming off the bench, and you got to get your turnovers. Coach Tanner says 30's the number. He's usually right on that. If you're Howard Payne, play your game. Let ACU make those mistakes, and you need to maintain a fast pace. The Wildcats do a good job of being a fast-paced offense, and if you can match them, you might be able to walk away with an upset.
Uat Guy and Jay-Sean Jackson checked in quickly after the first few turnovers for Abilene Christian. And now Arion Simmons and Ali Deba coming in. There's head coach Brett Tanner. It's his second season as head coach at the helm for the Wildcats, but he's been here for quite some time, 6 years before as the associate head coach when Joe Golding was the head coach at ACU. Also spent several years over at SFA, another Western Athletic Conference member. Jackson at the point for the Wildcats. Trying to feed it inside. They decide to pull up from the top of the key, and it's good. Arion Simmons.
Arion's a very patient shooter. He'll take his shot when he finds it. Coming off the bench, a guy like him, he's a fantastic player to look for.
3 out of the 4 buckets for the Wildcats have come from beyond the arc. They love that three-pointer this season. Cameron up to Deba. It's good. Or Uat Guy, excuse me, with the floater.
Yeah, Uat Guy, one of these people that the fans at Abilene Christian love to see. Very tall player, really athletic though.
And they have Uat Guy and Deba, the 2 tallest players on this Wildcat team, out on the floor. Or excuse me, Steele and Uat Guy. It's the birthday boy, Cameron Steele, celebrating his birthday today. He came in questionable for today's matchup, suffered a hip contusion on the road trip. Head coach Brett Tanner wasn't sure if he was ready to go, but in pregame warm-ups, felt good, decided to get the start.
Shame on that one. Good grab by Godfrey there. Another aggressive takeaway, though, for Howard Payne almost.
Yeah, almost got it there. A lot of dangerous passes to start this game. Hunter Jack Madden going in aggressively, draws the foul. And that'll be 2 free throws when we come back. Wildcats starting strong. It's 13-5. We'll be back in just a moment. Wildcats off to a quick start here in Moody Coliseum, 13-5 on top, but with this quick start have been a lot of turnovers. 3 turnovers already for ACU to start this game, something that is going to be important down the stretch.
Yeah, they talk about those turnover games. ACU, the best team in the country maybe at doing that. It's been part of their practicing for years now. Good efforts early on.
Madden at the free throw line. First one rolls in and out. Shooting about 80% from the free throw line. He's 19 for 25 after that miss. Gets the second one to fall, and he is on the board for the first time tonight. A little bit of full court press and a little too aggressive that time. They're going to call a personal foul. on the Wildcats. ACU, one of the best teams in the country in turnover margin coming in tonight. But the only problem with that is they're also having a lot of turnovers of their own.
Yeah, and that's something that they've needed to work on. They've kind of found their rhythm before conference play, but they need to be careful getting ready.
A little too quick that time. It's a travel and a turnover on Jared Johnson. Johnson, a freshman, had 16 points earlier this season at Austin College. There's Cameron, steal for three, in and out, no good. Off the top of the rim. Nice deflection by Madden. It'll stay with the Yellow Jackets. So the Wildcats come in tonight winning their last 2 games, including an incredible come-from-behind victory against CSU Bakersfield this past Saturday. They scored only 15 points in the first half. It was the fewest points they've scored in nearly 2 years, but it looks like the scoring is back on track in the first half.
Yeah, and they had a pretty good showing against Texas A&M Commerce a couple weeks ago. Pretty good transitioning team up to D1, Texas A&M Commerce is.
And there's Cameron Steele with the putback shot. And he is on the board after his first miss. 3-point attempt, no good. Wildcats with it. Steele inside. Back out to Daniels, driving in with some contact, and it's good. Damian Daniels is on the scoring column.
Yeah, that's what Damian does. He'll charge up the middle and get a point if he can, and he does a good job of it.
And a nice return after the 10-0 run. Jared Johnson ends that Wildcat run. 18-7. Steele for three, it's good. Cameron Steele.
Some of these taller guys, they're pretty good at shooting from beyond the arc.
ACU has made their last 5 out of 7 attempts. Already 7 Wildcats in the scoring column. And that one will be a turnover, another forced turnovers. That's turnover number 4. Take a look at this three-pointer one more time by Steele. Or excuse me, that was the nice putback shot by Joe Pleasant. A lot of scoring from a lot of different Wildcats. They're spreading the ball out really well.
Yeah, guys like Cameron Steele and Joe Pleasant really get inside the paint and use their power to get a point or two.
Cameron going for his third three, and he's got it. Tobias Cameron, he's up to 9 points.
Yeah, Tobias is an elite shooter from beyond the arc, someone that has really developed his game in his long time at ACU.
And there's a turnover. Tobias Cameron with the steal. They're pushing it. Bettiol inside, and it's good. The nice assist by Damian Daniels.
Yeah, that was just a clean transition there for ACU. Take the charge here, Tobias Cameron.
Offensive foul. Tobias Cameron is all over the court, making plays on offense and defense.
Just a tough shot to take there. Tobias will take it any day. This is an aggressive ACU offense and defense.
Cameron has 9 points, 2 boards, 3 assists. He is padding the stats early in this game. Cameron into Bettiol inside. He goes up, contact, gets it back, and the putback is good. Bettiol, 4 points early in the first half.
What a shot by Bettiol inside the paint. Really aggressive putback there.
And now it seems the Yellow Jackets starting to force some shots as they're trailing big now, down 21. Daniels is pulling up for 3, no good. And it'll be Yellow Jacket ball.
Yeah, Damian just undershot it a little bit. Didn't have enough to go in. Caught the rim there at the front.
And this is a worst case scenario for the Yellow Jackets. 5 turnovers in the last 4 minutes. The Wildcats have made their last 6 shots on a 20-2 run. Trying to find an answer. Joe Pleasant outside the perimeter. Trying to find something inside, up, it's good. The nice shot with a little bit of contact. Ramey with the bucket.
Yeah, Ramey, freshman, he's did a good job inside there, got the ball, fought back. A lot of pace of play pickup from Howard Payne.
Bettiol inside, out to Daniels. He thought about it. Free throw line jumper, no good. And a couple stops for the Yellow Jackets on defense. Contact and almost gets it to fall. And that'll be a foul on Bettiol. 2 free throws coming up when we return. It is all ACU, all purple and white. We'll be back after this media timeout. ACU Wildcats up 28-9 over Howard Payne. And if you want to see more Wildcat action, you can tune into the Brett Tanner Show on ESPN+. You can catch up with the men's basketball head coach every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central. It's a 20-4 run for the Wildcats. They've made their last 6 out of 8 attempts. Meanwhile, Howard Payne heading to the free throw line for the 3rd and 4th time tonight. First free throw up and good by Jared Johnson. Johnson has struggled from a three-point line early in the season. A lot of shot attempts showing the aggressiveness, and they're going to need more of that, though, throughout this game. Inside to Joe Pleasant, and a foul is called. We talked about it, we're still talking about it. A lot of size that this Yellow Jacket team has to cover, a big ACU team that or I should say that the Yellow Jackets are used to covering, and what an alley-oop jam. Joe Pleasant, an exclamation point.
Yeah, just the way they drew it up, Owen, right there. Throw it down, Joe Pleasant. How do you do, sir?
Three-point attempt. Too strong. Tobias Cameron with the rebound. Now it's Jackson driving with it. Left-hand layup. No good. Offensive rebound. Out to Cameron for 3. No good. There's Joe Pleasant with the putback, showing his presence inside the paint.
Yeah, Joe Pleasant, you talked about it, early injuries at the beginning of the year, but now looking like someone who's ready for conference play, looking like the old Joe Pleasant.
And Pleasant having back-to-back games in double figures in the point column. And that'll be another possession in favor of the Wildcats. Let's take a look one more time at that beautiful assist alley-oop jam.
He just hopped, elevated up and over Joe Pleasant. How do you do, sir?
Joe Pleasant started his collegiate career at ACU, played a year, transferred to Wichita State, and back for his final year of eligibility as a Wildcat this season. Jackson, nice right-hand floater is good. It is all ACU. They are shooting over 60% in the first half. Trying to take it in. It's up and no, it's a travel before the bucket falls. Devin Bailey, the junior. This is a road game for Howard Payne, but it's actually more of a homecoming for Bailey. He graduated from Abilene Cooper, one of the high schools here in Abilene, Texas. JV Seat in the game with the ball. Kicks out to Simmons. Too strong. Rebound for Howard Payne. They're trying to move up tempo.
Yeah, they're moving up tempo, but they're trying to keep that pace. That's a wonderful shot there from mid-range, but they're trying to kick their pace up a little bit. The problem is they keep traveling when they do that, and they need to breathe a little bit and keep their composure.
Ramey made the bucket for Howard Payne. No good by Simmons. Fast break for the Yellow Jackets, and the rejection. Arion Simmons.
Yeah, Arion just stuck a hand in there, saw the motion coming.
A great fast break. It looked like a good opportunity for 2 points for Howard Payne. But Simmons says
credit.
Not so fast.
Yeah, good credit to the graduate student Isaiah Thomas there for Howard Payne, getting that ball put in there, put it part of the court.
So Isaiah Thomas takes it out in the back court. Bailey with it. They need some size. He's their biggest player on the team. That'll be a personal foul on Seat. JV Seat, the freshman guard from Edmond, Oklahoma. His birthday's also coming up. It's on Christmas.
One of the outstanding talents that Coach Tanner's brought into ACU.
Inside. Trying to get it in there. Seat playing great defense. He has the steal. Daniels now with it to Simmons. He's taking it inside. Back out to Seat. Good patience here. Seat with the shot. It's good. JV Seat is on the board.
Yeah, Seat just moved inside there. Nice little spin move to finish it off. Clean as a whistle.
And another foul on Seat. That'll be his second in just the past 30 seconds. Take a look at the moves here by Seat inside the paint.
2022 Oklahoma Gatorade Player of the Year, pardon me there. Amazing athlete.
So Ramey is headed to the free throw line for Howard Payne. It's his first trip to the charity stripe tonight. First one up and good. And the shot clock and the time clock have disappeared on top of both scoreboards. Second free throw up and good. And that is the stoppage I was waiting for. As both shot clocks and time on top of the scoreboards just turned off on the first free throw attempt.
Yeah, a couple of timing issues today so far through the 2 games we've called so far.
We're going to head to break. We'll be back in just a moment, hopefully, when we have those numbers back on the board. Wildcats in full control. Wildcats finding ways to score in bunches to start this game. It's 36-15, Abilene Christian on top. There's head coach Brett Tanner. I'm sure he's enjoying this first half performance from his Wildcats. Just last game, they scored only 15 points on the road in the first half. It was the fewest in nearly 2 years. And another turnover there, though. That's been an issue for the Wildcats. Arion Simmons with the turnover. And then right back at you, Bettiol with the steal. Yellow Jackets trying to show that 2-3 zone, and it pays off right there. Another turnover. We've had back-to-back-to-back turnovers, and there's a three-point attempt that is nothing but net. Jaron Godfrey. Godfrey has his first points of the game.
Yeah, he finally gets one to fall, and a really good look he got there on that one.
There's Daniels, thought about it for a second. Great defense from the Yellow Jackets. This zone has the Wildcats flustered inside. And that'll be 3 seconds, a 3-second violation on Bettiol inside the paint. A lot of turnovers. That is 3 turnovers in the past 4 possessions for ACU.
Yeah, risky passes and that 3-second violation there. Not something you really want to see. The pace of play slowed a little bit since that media timeout.
And these numbers are going to adjust as the game goes on, but Howard Payne is on pace for almost 40 turnovers this game. They have 11 turnovers. That's something ACU has done a great job all season long, but they have to find a way to protect the ball better. Layup, no good. A tough shot won't fall, and the Wildcats are moving.
Interesting shot by Miles Kohler charging inside.
And another turnover, this time an offensive foul on the Wildcats. That one on Deba.
Definitely going to be something they're going to have to talk about in the end. Let's take a shot at this. Look at this shot by Kohler. He went for it there.
Got his hands up and in the right position.
Great work.
Fadeaway jumper. This one has a lot of airtime and it won't fall for Kaler. Over to the corner. Simmons has a three-point opportunity and he capitalizes. Arion Simmons, he's up to 6 points.
Yeah, Arion in the pocket there. Nice shot.
UWAT guy out on the court, but an even better shot than that defense. Jaron Godfrey. Deba, little too high, miscommunication there. He was hoping Guy would go up and grab that one, but won't fall.
Now look at this right here. Big man, put one up. Arion Simmons, great job. He's taken 4 shots this game. All 3 of them have been from beyond the arc.
ACU has 5 turnovers in just the past 3 minutes. Tough shot, and that'll be, yes, it was headed down. That one will count.
Goaltending called on the Wildcats. The basket will count for Howard Perry.
Jackson, waited just a little too long for the block. It's been sloppy on offense for ACU, but it has been lights out from 3. Simmons, another triple.
Yeah, Arion's one of those guys, I've already said it, he's someone that you wouldn't think would be amazing from beyond the arc, but he can really shoot, and that's what Coach Tanner likes about him.
An acrobatic layup with contact. Godfrey is headed to the charity stripe.
What an effort by Godfrey. Great job getting inside, throwing that one up, gets the extra for it.
So after a tough stretch for the Yellow Jackets, it seems they've settled down over the past few possessions. Meanwhile, ACU, on the other hand, just can't find a way to protect the basketball. Eight turnovers for ACU. Simmons almost lost that one. Jackson headed inside, and it'll be a personal foul on Stephen Bull. And Simmons is checked out. In comes Cameron Steele.
Boy, what a day when you can swap out Cameron Steele and Arion Simmons off your bench.
It's a tough rotation for any opponent. Joe Pleasant at the free throw line. It's good. Joe Pleasant, he is a perfect 4 for 4.
That one looked a little undershot when it came out of the hands, but it came in perfectly, obviously. Good shot there. Good selection for Pleasant.
And a short air ball, 3-point attempt by Godfrey. Wildcats trying to get it inside. And there's Steele showing off the height advantage. Backdoor pass to Jackson. Over to the corner. Pleasant, he's feeling it, but can't get the 3 to fall. Floater rolls in, the shooter's touch. Miles Brown gets the bucket to fall.
Yeah, great job, Miles Brown. You know, one of those guys you really want to see moving on the court for you, can really find a good shot.
Brown leads the team in points, rebounds, and assists. He is their leader. He is their all-around player. Madden with the shot, a lot of contact, and that will be a foul on Stephen Bull. So 2 free throws coming up for Madden right after this break. ACU made their last 4 out of 5 shots. We'll see if they can continue it when we return.
That's his third of the game.
Welcome back to Abilene, Texas. ACU with an 18-point lead over Howard Payne. They're shooting 50% from the field, but what's even more impressive, is that they're shooting 50% from the three-point line. Hunter Jack Madden at the free throw line. The first one falls. It's only their third and fourth trip to the charity stripe in the first half. And ACU actually shooting 62% from the field in the first half. A very successful first half on offense, minus the turnovers. There's Madden for three. It's good! A 4-point possession for the Wildcats.
Yeah, great shot from Hunter Jack Madden. One of those people on this team that I think if you would have said he would have been in the starting five, not a lot of people would have believed you, but he's really proved his point and made his place known.
Cameron Steele with the board after the missed three-pointer. And Hunter Jack Madden, junior from Sydney, Australia. Played at Otterow last season, averaging 11 points per game there. Came to ACU and he has made an impact. That'll be a foul underneath the basket as Joe Pleasant is headed to the free throw line.
Foul called on the Yellow Jackets on number 23, Devin Bailey. That's his first of the game.
So Joe Pleasant is 2 free throws away from hitting double figures in the third consecutive game.
Pleasant at the line for 2.
First one, no good. If anyone has heard the name Joe Pleasant and knows ACU, they know the history, as Joe Pleasant hit down arguably the 2 biggest free throws in program history, defeating the Texas Longhorns 2 seasons ago in the first round of the NCAA tournament to upset the Longhorns. That second one falls from Pleasant. Sideline jumper, off the rim, no good.
Shot from Deshaun Shorter. Just came up a little bit overshot, but hey, come back later and try again.
Pleasant, patient to Cameron, trying to get inside, over to the corner. Jason Jackson, no good, but the putback is Ali Deba. Wildcats are up to 51 points.
Yeah, Ali Deba, he's done a great job this year for ACU, the sophomore transfer from Chicago State. Got to see a little bit of the Wildcats last year with Chicago State, and here he is now.
Loose ball, Wildcats get it, but we have whistles. And Miles Brown is on the ground after a scuffle with Joe Pleasant. So we see Brown fall on the ground and then the contact. So Brown still on the ground. Now head coach Nadir Dalla checking in on one of his players. And this is a matchup that has very little value for both teams.
Yeah.
But this is a player down the stretch that Howard Payne is really going to need. So good to see him get up on his feet, walk off on his own power as he heads courtside.
Yeah, just needed a minute to collect himself maybe. One of those guys that you'd hate to see out of a matchup like this if he did get hurt, and a really diverse player for Howard Payne when he gets the ball.
Brown has played in 11 minutes of the first half, has 5 points for the Yellow Jackets. So ACU basketball almost lost it there, Cameron. And another turnover poked away, layup no good, and the second chance opportunity is.
Deshaun Shorter.
Good effort by Shorter there. He came up short just a minute ago, gets that point back and gets up in there.
I like how you did that. Cameron Steele now with it, underneath the basket. The pass to Deba intercepted, another turnover. Both teams with the turnover bug in the first half. Howard Payne with 12, ACU with 10, and that bucket will not count. on the floor, so it'll be 2 shots. Let's take a look at this one more time.
Just a little too aggressive there.
It almost looked like Steele fell down and tried to grab him to hold up.
Bailey
First
here.
free throw attempt by Devin Bailey, no good. We were talking about him earlier. This is a bit of a homecoming for him. Grew up in Abilene, Texas, played at Cooper High School. Second free throw falls. He played 2 seasons of basketball, I should say, at Brookhaven College before transferring to Howard Payne last year. Played in 24 games for the Yellow Jackets last season. And that's a personal foul on Johnson. And ACU once again headed to the free throw line. Yeah, great opportunity for Bailey to come home right around Christmas time and see some family as well.
Yeah, that first shot of his was a little bit off. Second one was perfect down the line.
First free throw attempt up and good by Jackson. The scoring has been really spread out for the Wildcats in the first half. 11 players already in the scoring column.
And yet none to break double digits.
Just another day at ACU. Second free throw attempt, no good. 90 seconds left in the first half. And a foul call inside the paint. It'll either be on Cameron or Simmons, or Jayshon Jackson, I should say. So that foul on Jackson. It's his first personal foul. Bailey back to the free throw line. First attempt, no good. Well, Brett Tanner has to love the points. 52 in any half is something a coach dreams of, shooting 63%. But it's the turnovers that I'm sure have him worried. 10 turnovers against Division III Howard Payne in the first 19 minutes.
Yeah, that second half, it's going to be interesting to see how the Wildcats come out and perform as far as those turnovers go. Are they going to have more? Are they going to have less? What is Brett Tanner going to do in the locker room?
Steele pulls up, nothing but nets. Cameron Steele's up to 8 points.
Yeah, put him up 55. Highest this season for ACU that came against McMurray was 54.5, and now it's ACU versus Howard Payne.
Most points in the first half of the season, and Cameron Steele adds on to it. The Wildcats have 57 points.
Yeah, Cameron Steele's having him a good game already here in the first half.
Pull up three-pointer, too strong off the rim. And Cameron moving the ball inside with contact, loses it. Simmons to Tobias Cameron. What a pass by Arion Simmons.
Yeah, Tobias was set up just perfectly for that one, waiting for the ball, got it in.
It's a 30-point lead for Abilene Christian. And Howard Payne can wait and take the final shot of the first half. Over to the corner, three-point attempt, no good. Wildcats can push it. 3 seconds left in the first half. All the way up, exclamation points! Ali Diva! And the Wildcats post 61 points in the first half. It is all purple and white in Moody Coliseum. Second half action is coming up in 15 minutes. 11 Wildcats show up in the scoring column. So a great opportunity for ACU, putting up the most points in the past 5 years. The last time they scored more points was also against Howard Payne back in 2017, where they scored 62 points. Coy, it's been a lot of quick offense for the Wildcats, but also a pretty sloppy game for both teams as well.
Yeah, you want to talk about how sloppy ACU's played on offense. Those risky passes aren't going for them. They're turning over the ball a lot.
Yeah, you talk double-digit turnovers. That's something you don't typically see. And with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at our first half stats brought to you by First Bank of Texas. The Wildcats shooting better, getting more shots off, both inside the perimeter and outside the perimeter as well. And the rebound game also has been a big factor, something we expected to see with this Wildcat team. Much bigger, much taller, and just more physical as well than the Yellow Jackets.
You know, it'd be easy to tell you for ACU who's having a good game, but it'd be easier to tell you who hasn't scored at this point. The issue is ACU is playing it a little too risky for them, but I'm interested to see what Brett Tanner has told his guys about those turnovers.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Only 2 players that have seen action out on the court for the Wildcats have yet to score. That's Colby Tanner and Mo Muneke. I wouldn't be shocked if we see more of that headed their way in the second half. Second half action about to begin in Abilene, Texas. This is the final tune-up for Abilene Christian before conference slate begins. That is set to begin next week, next Thursday, December 29th, when they head on the road to face SFA. Moody Coliseum enjoying the music. The holiday season is officially here, and there's been a lot of fun basketball to witness for those in purple and white. 2 Wildcats in double-digit points after the first half. Cameron Steele with 10, Tobias Cameron with 11, but a lot of action across the board for ACU. There's Damian Daniels right on cue. The left-hand layup is up and good.
Yeah, Damian comes right out of the barrel, hot like a rocket, finds his way up the middle, gets a point.
He was in foul trouble in the first half. 3 personal fouls coming in to the final 20 minutes. Shot is up and no good. Madden now with the ball. Over to Damian Daniels for 3. It's good. Damian Daniels coming out quick with 5 points in the second half.
Yeah, Damian, good shot there. He looks like he's ready to go here in the second half, playing like everyone at ACU knows he can play. Really aggressive, straight to the point type of player.
Ramey with the ball outside the perimeter. Sidestep 3, it's short. Daniels with it. Over to Steele, driving in. Oh! The jam won't fall.
Came up short on a risky two-hander. One of those turnovers you may regret down the line going for that one. But hey, in the fast break, you can do whatever you want.
Just seemed a little off balance from the get-go. Just couldn't capitalize on the fast break. Back out to Ramey at the top of the key. Trying to find something inside, he does, and that one is good. Devin Bailey, welcome home.
Yeah, Bailey finds his shot there, gets one in. One of the few times from not the free throw line for him today.
He's the biggest guy out on the court, wearing the blue and gold. There's Joe Pleasant, the physicality inside the paint is paid off. He's up to 11 points now.
Yeah, that's just Joe inside the paint. He does what he can. Really hard to guard when you're in those positions against him.
Bailey will try one from 3. That one is short. Cameron with the rebound. Tobias Cameron with 5 boards in this game. There's Steele pulling up from 3. Won't fall. 68-31. Another quick 3-pointer. Off the rim, and another miss.
Yeah, it looked like that one wanted to go in for Kaler. It looked a bit closer from where we were sitting, just did not fall.
Daniels a little too aggressive that time, and that one's out of bounds. In comes Jackson, Simmons, and Uwat Guy for the Wildcats.
Yeah, that pass almost went out into the concourse.
And we wonder if we'll see Cameron Steele, Madden, and Joe Pleasant again with this comfortable lead, 37 points. Things begin to come into the head of maybe we should protect these players before conference play begins. Everything is already solidified. The miss there, Uwat Guy with the rebound.
Yeah, Guy's a really valuable asset for ACU to have in the WAC. He's really tall, good extension, can get those rebounds when he needs to, and this is an ACU team that needs rebounds.
Simmons' three-pointer won't fall. He had a few of those in the first half, and a turnover by Guy. Fast break. Shot is up, no good, but the putback is the two-hand jam. Armani Ramey.
Yeah, Armani Ramey, good dunk from him. Almost said shot there. Good dunk from him, good elevation, a guy that can really jump.
A nice feed by Arion Simmons to Tobias Cameron. Cameron has 5 makes on 7 attempts. Foul call, and it falls. Devin Bailey with an and one opportunity.
Yeah, good effort there from Bailey. Gets to go back to the line again today. Needs to work on his shot from the free throw line, but he's having him a pretty good half already.
Yeah, Bailey came in to tonight's matchup. 2 for 6 from the free throw line. He's getting his shots to fall underneath the basket. But that one falls, so he's 2 for 5 from the free throw line tonight. 34-point lead, Abilene Christian. Moving the ball around. Jackson will pull up from 3, no good. Guy got a hand, gives it back to the Wildcats. Corner 3 for Daniels, no good. Howard Payne has the numbers, but the Wildcat defense gets back, blocked by Arion Simmons. Oh, and a little too physical that time around. A foul call on Howard Payne before a quick elbow by Simmons. We'll be back after another media timeout. ACU coming out strong once again in the second half. Well, during the media timeout, officials were taking a look at a play between Arion Simmons and Armani Ramey. And we're being informed right now there was a foul on Ramey, a personal foul, but there's the elbow after the play that was reviewed. And we were just told what the call was on this elbow.
Just a common foul here.
So they call it a common foul on Arion Simmons, no technical. You can definitely see the obvious elbow, but after a stoppage of play. So we had the foul on Ramey. It was his first personal foul, and I am now being told that this was, I believe this was a technical foul, and this will send 2 free throw technical attempts for Ramey.
And I'm guessing the call on the common foul was on someone on Howard Payne's end of the court.
So Ramey makes one, misses one. Ramey had the personal foul underneath the basket, and then it was the Class A technical foul on Arion Simmons. So Howard Payne gets possession after the 2 free throws. Godfrey with the ball, taken inside. Bailey He's been more of an impact in the second half. Another foul call on Simmons, and that'll be 2 free throws for Harold Meyart.
Playing really aggressive on the defensive end of the court, AC right now. Maybe one of those situations where you don't want to do that this late in the game, especially when you have a lead like this.
Howard Payne has come out more competitive in the second half. That free throw good by Meyart. The Yellow Jackets with 9 second half points. ECU with 9 second half points. Very different than what we saw in the first half. Second attempt up and good. It's a 31-point lead for the Wildcats. And just like that, it's a 6-0 run for Howard Payne. A little bit more up-tempo for the Wildcats, and it falls. Arion Simmons with a 3-point opportunity.
Simmons with the redemption shot there, gets him an extra point also, but let's take a look at this. He knew the ball was coming to him right up the middle. That's just a mismatch right there.
Great swing across the perimeter and an even better drive. It is tough to stop a 6'4", 264-pound forward. It's not exactly the easiest job in the world. Moving it quickly again, this time for Howard Payne. That three-pointer, too far, air ball by Ramey. Cameron Steele back in the game. The dish inside, tough shot, but great job adjusting his body, Ali Deba. And a steal, Deba, one-on-one, and a great deflection from behind to stop the fast break.
Yeah, good work from Isaiah Thomas, getting a hand in there and stopping the fast break.
Jackson three-pointer, too high, and it'll be Howard Payne basketball. I don't know if you could say ACU is cooling off on offense. They're shooting 60%, but it certainly seems that they've cooled down at least a little bit compared to that 61-point first half performance.
And that's definitely something you need to do when you're leading like you are. Don't slow up too much, though.
And a steal that time by Jackson, and a foul on Jared Johnson from Howard Payne. That is turnover number 15 for the Yellow Jackets. Wildcats have forced 15 turnovers in today's game. They typically average around 18 this season. Nice backcourt pass to Deba. Cameron. Jackson, great ball movement, loses that one. Hunter Madden will take this one. No good, great offensive board by Steele.
Yeah, ACU moving the ball a lot here.
And there's Cameron. Persistence on offense. And rewarded with a three-pointer.
Yeah, he's really heating up before they hit that conference schedule, which is exactly what you want to see from a guy like Tobias Cameron.
So Howard Payne was on a 6-0 run. ACU responds with a 7-0 run. Trying to get underneath the basket and steps out of bounds. Ramey with another turnover.
A lot of credit's got to go to Tobias Cameron on that one. Really aggressive on defense. Let's take another look at this shot. He finds his way into the corner wide open. Nothing but net either.
That's 12 second chance points for ACU today. If they're not getting their first shot to fall, the second one typically is. There's Cameron Steele. That one way off and out of bounds. And that'll send Steele to the bench. Bettiol comes in for the Wildcats. So Cameron Steele celebrating his birthday today with 10 points and 5 rebounds in just 17 minutes.
ACU's in a scoring drought right now. The problem is so is Howard Payne. They can't capitalize on their good defensive work.
And not a single point for Howard Payne over the past 2 minutes, and during that time, the 3 turnovers as well.
That's his first of the game.
Omuneke with the personal foul. For Abilene Christian, it's his first personal foul today. 4 Wildcats in double figures.
And we have a double technical call on both.
And we have a double technical. I know one is on Tobias Cameron. You can tell from his reaction. And the other double technical on Howard Payne on Stephen Bull. There's a little bit of chatter going on, and the officials wanted to put that to rest.
Yeah, this officiating team today has been very tight, trying to keep everything locked down between these two teams.
And that three-pointer's good. Isaiah Thomas is on the board for the first time tonight.
Yeah, he's played really good defense. Finally gets him some points up on the board.
Bediol inside, double teamed. Kicks it back out to Madden. Nice moves with the basketball. Over to the corner, that one too strong. And there is Tobias Cameron, but he missed the layup. Gets it back again. Kicks it outside. Madden for 3. It won't fall. And this foul will be on the Wildcats as Bailey hits the ground. And that was an easy opportunity that Tobias Cameron just couldn't find and had to kick it outside.
Yeah, he had to kick it out. He had a shot there for a minute, did not get it. Good work from Devin Bailey under the rim too, working defense.
JVC comes into the game as Tobias Cameron exits with 16 points. Other than that miss, a very efficient 6 for 9 shooting in tonight's matchup. And there's a poke away by Jay-Sean Jackson. Fast break up, and the dunk is no good, but contact headed to the free throw line will be numbered 13, Momuneke.
That'll be team foul number 5 on the Yellow Jackets.
It's his first trip to the free throw line tonight. First one in and out. It's actually his first trip to the free throw line in his collegiate career.
This is what these games are really good for, is getting guys like Momuneke out on the court, getting some playing time before you enter that conference schedule where, hey, you may have someone go down and you need to bring in someone off that bench.
And those free throws actually get much more challenging in live action compared to just in practice. These are those valuable minutes that you were just talking about, Goy. You can make 10 free throws in a row in practice, but when you get out on the court in an actual live game, becomes much more challenging. And Momuneke 0 for 2 on those free throws and headed to the other charity stripe once again tonight is Devin Bailey. Bailey just 2 for 5 from the charity stripe tonight. 1 and 1 here. That one falls. He's up to 7 points. Bailey averaging just about 5 points per game this season with Howard Payne. And that second one falls, and he's above his average. Physical defense from Howard Payne, and an errant pass stays with the Wildcats. 3-pointers short, and Howard Payne with it once again. A much more competitive second half. Howard Payne responding well in the second half. There's Bailey, he lost it, but it was deflected by the Wildcats. ACU holding on to a comfortable lead, but the shooting has slowed down just a little bit. We'll be back with more action when we return.
That makes section 112.
but been much more of a competitive second half. ACU outscoring Howard Payne just by 1 point, 16-15 in the second half. Here's a look at the WAC coaches preseason poll, and ACU staying competitive once again after falling in the WAC tournament championship last season, coming in at 4th to start this year.
Yeah, a really elite group of teams there at the top. GCU, New Mexico State, Stephen F. Austin. It's one of those situations where the WAC is such a powerful mid-major conference. Basketball has really been an emphasis for them, and they've got an amazing basketball conference.
Currently right now, Sam Houston with the best non-conference record since conference play has yet to begin in the WAC. The Bearcats at 10-2 on the season, winning 3 games in a row. But a lot of teams have had early success this year across the conference. Bedial inside against Bailey, and that'll be a foul on Bailey inside the paint. That's his second personal foul. And it'll send Bedial to the free throw line. Hasn't been there too often. Came in tonight with only 5 attempts from the charity stripe this season. And his first one of a 1-and-1 falls. And Bedial up to 5 points now in tonight's matchup. Second one doesn't fall. Loose ball in favor of the Wildcats. Jackson pulls it. Madden with the ball now, and just a little too aggressive. Once again, the foul on Kaler, who ran into Madden.
Great effort there from JVC on the rebound off that second shot. Was able to get the ball back in Wildcat hands, and another chance for 2 shots.
At the line shooting 1-and-1, Hunter Jack Madden.
It's been a less than productive evening at the free throw line for the Wildcats. Evidence right there. Offensive rebound though. Seat can't get it to fall. Great defense by the Yellow Jackets. ACU just 5 for 14 from the free throw line tonight. Driving inside, lost the ball, poked away. Deba with the steal. And it goes right back to Deba, going up. Can't get it to fall.
They really wanted that one right there. Just didn't have the movement it needed to. Looked like it could have had more off the hand, but it didn't.
Nice pass, can't get the shot to fall. Cameron Jackson with the miss.
If I'm Coach Tanner, seeing these guys up there inside, getting the ball back, getting those rebounds.
Bedial. And there's more of Bedial, the physicality, the double team. And he's going to be rewarded heading once again to the free throw line.
Large amount of fouls here in the second half of this one. Of course, ACU slowed down their pace a little bit. It's been amazing seeing Howard Payne keep up with ACU.
ACU is shooting 54% from the field, and you wouldn't guess this, but ACU is 1 out of their last 10 from the field. They've gone a little bit cold here in the second half, but the free throw falls for Bedial.
Entering for Howard Payne is number 3, Jared Godfrey, and number 5, Stephen Bull.
A few more substitutions. Colby Tanner in for the Wildcats, along with Tobias Cameron and Damian Daniels. Second free throw attempt, nothing but net. And he is 3 for 4 from the free throw line tonight. 80-44, Wildcats trying to build on their early lead that they picked up in the first half. Layup no good by Bull. I'm sure he wants that one back.
Yeah, you could tell after the shot he wanted that one back. It's one of those shots where you gotta make those. Something you can improve on later around the line.
Colby Tanner for 3, in and out. That one almost fell, but an offensive rebound. Bedial, once again, another offensive rebound, but can't get the shot to fall. The free throw line, here we come yet again.
Yeah, I think you jinxed him a little bit talking about his history with free throws earlier on there, Owen.
He is getting plenty of reps from the charity stripe now. So Cameron Steele, we weren't sure if his night was over. It looks like he's coming back out on the court. once again tonight. First free throw attempt, no good by Bediol. An efficient, though, 7 points in just 6 minutes of time out on the court. Second one, no good, but how about that? Another offensive rebound. The Wildcats showing the aggression, and Tobias Cameron, another bucket underneath the basket. And that'll be an offensive foul on Howard Payne. Miles Kaler. Tobias Cameron up to 18 points tonight. Cameron Steele with 10 as he comes back out on the court.
Tobias's career high is 18, so we're gonna see if he can break that. Don't want to have an announcer's jinx there.
Yeah, he's tied his career high earlier this year, and there's Cameron Steele with the contact, and he's headed to the free throw line for a three-point play opportunity. It didn't take long for him to make an impact coming back out on the court.
Cameron Steele at the line shooting the end one.
So Steele, no good. Another offensive rebound. That one falls. 4-point possession. Ali Deba with the extra 2 points. Fadeaway jumper way off. Daniels with the rebound. Nice moves there by the 5'7" guard. To Deba, over to Steele. Cross-court pass to Cameron. Little overzealous there. Tipped by Howard Payne, it'll stay with ACU. This could be a long 9 minutes because ACU is in the double bonus, and if we've seen anything this game, it's that they love to attack the paint tonight.
Yeah, and if they can draw some fouls, they can really work the net here and get to that line, but
Tanner, corner three, in and out, it rolls out, but another offensive opportunity, and Deba is there.
What a putback by Deba. Good job in the paint, grabbed the ball, put it up, 2 points.
Deba's up to 10 points. Steele with the defensive rebound. Still pushing the ball with 8 minutes left in the game. Feeding it inside, Steele to Tanner. One too many steps, got a little excited. It's another turnover, that one on Tanner. Let's take a look at this offensive board again.
Yeah, just an easy putback. You can do that when you've got that height advantage there. We've seen it all day. ACU just using their size to their advantage.
Ali Deba, the sophomore all the way from Sweden. Pull up three-pointer, rolls in and out for Kaler. The Wildcats have doubled up Howard Payne. There's Daniels with the bucket. 90 points, and we still have 8 minutes to go in this game. It is an offensive onslaught for the Wildcats.
Good game from Damian Daniels today. He's done good on offense, and we've seen him a little bit on defense. He uses his speed and his aggression to his advantage.
Howard Payne trying to match the Daniels layup. Here comes Kaler, nice dish inside, and the two-hand jam. Harold Meyart.
Yeah, Meyart got the start today. Good job here. This team's found its pace here later in the game. Obviously, ACU slowed down a little bit, but they've looked not too bad here lately.
And that ends a 13-0 run, but it is all ACU all night long. Wildcats looking to improve their record later tonight with a quality win. So if things couldn't get any more challenging for Howard Payne, already 2 players have fouled out for the Yellow Jackets, DeJon Shorter and Stephen Bull. Didn't play a whole lot of time. Bull only played 11 minutes, Shorter played 15 minutes, but that's 2 less players they can utilize against a Division I opponent.
Yeah, quite a few fouls here in the second half, as we've seen a lot of guys going to the line. ECU in the double bonus is not going to help them that much.
That three-pointer is blocked. But it looks like a foul was called, a technical foul.
And we have a block called on number 13 for the Yellow Jackets.
On Howard Payne, and that'll send JV Seats to the free throw line. So after the block shot by Jay Sean Jackson,
With the technical free throw for the Wildcats.
a few words were uttered, and all I saw was the T.
Yeah.
So 91-46, ACU in control. Can't get the shot to fall this time, though. The miss by Muneke.
Yeah, a lot of troubles going on for Howard Payne here. Foul-wise, Kaler and Bailey both have 3 right now.
And a nice deflection by Seats. 20 personal fouls have been called on Howard Payne, and if you think that sounds unfair or too much, well, ACU has 18 as well. Over to the corner, not a great pass, but a great save. Three-point attempt is up, no good. The miss by Jackson. Madden with the ball, feeding inside to Seat. Nice spin move, up for the shot, won't fall. That time it does. Uat Guy.
Yeah, that's what they need to see from Uat Guy down the line. Get those opportunities for a second chance, put one up, get some points.
Guy has 4 points tonight against Howard Payne, and that will be another turnover, this time on Matthew Hammonds. Wildcats looking to hit triple digits in the scoring column for the second time this season. They hit 104 against McMurray back in November, and they have plenty of time to do that. Madden driving inside. Kicks it out. Tanner coming in. Oh, what a block. Howard Payne moving it.
Yeah, Deshaun Shorter, good job there getting a hand on that one mid-shot.
That shot won't fall for the Yellow Jackets. 3-on-2. Madden won't get the layup to fall. Guy with the rebound. Seat pulls up from 3. No good. Third chance, won't fall. Fourth chance, it does. Mo Muneke. He's in the scoring column for the first time tonight. And just one Wildcat left who hasn't scored. Colby Tanner still trying to find his first bucket for the Wildcats.
He's on the court, though. You got to think that he's going to get the opportunity to. He's just got to get his shot down. Mo Muneke, good shot there from him, though. On the fourth chance you said that was, Owen?
A lot of offensive rebounds for the Wildcats. That's been a big difference in today's game. 18 offensive rebounds for ACU, Howard Payne with just 2. We had McMurray play ACU women's basketball earlier today. The Wildcats also getting that win in their last non-conference game. So Western Athletic Conference play set to begin later next week for both the women and men's basketball teams here at ACU. That free throw falls by Armani Ramey. And Ramey's up to 11 points. He leads the Yellow Jackets. And just like that, he will head to the bench.
Good effort from Ramey today. Something that you want to see a guy go off against a Division I opponent like that.
Tanner with the ball. Feeds it over to Madden. Just over 4 to play here in Abilene, Texas. That one poked from behind. It'll stay with ACU.
Yeah, Thomas got too much of a hand on that one and just poked it out.
Tanner, UWAT guy. Inside, the aggressiveness. Won't fall, but that one does. UWAT guy, another bucket, up to 6.
Another putback for Guy. Good job there inside the paint, overpowering and overhiding someone.
Kicking out to the three-pointer. That one is up. It's no good. Tanner with the rebound. Loose ball. And it'll be Howard Payne basketball. ACU nearing the triple mark. 3 points away from 100. It is all Wildcats. Well, this game is all but decided already. ACU with a 97-48 advantage, but the defense still standing strong. Howard Payne with no field goals in over the past 3 minutes. And speaking of, there's more defense. JB Seat with the steal, headed inside, contact, and headed to the free throw line. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedules for both teams. First for Howard Payne, back in conference play. Still 0-6 in the American Southwest Conference. They'll play at Southwestern December 30th, then play New Year's Eve the very next day at Texas Lutheran, then back home with East Texas Baptist, and later in the week, another home slate game. Meanwhile, for ACU, conference play is officially here for the Western Athletic Conference. ACU will head to the road at SFA December 29th. A tough schedule ahead for the Wildcats. The Wildcats are up to 99, sidestep 3, that one falls. Matthew Hammonds.
A good shot there from Hammonds from beyond the arc, a really clean look he got there. Good work by his team to clear that up for him.
Yeah, first shot, first make for Hammonds. Over to the corner, Colby Tanner for 3, it won't fall. Second chance, no good. Muneke has been flying around for these offensive rebounds, just couldn't get that one to fall. Under 3 to play here in Moody Coliseum. Wildcats set to improve to 8-5 on the season. And conference play will be officially here after this game. Seat driving inside. The big man for 3. It won't fall, but there's another big man inside to clean it up. Leonardo Bettiol.
Yeah, Bettiol's had a game today. He's gotten the looks he needs to. One of these, I would say, long-term projects for AC to try to turn a guy into a really, really good player that's already a good player.
So Bettiol up to 9 points tonight with 6 rebounds in just 8 minutes. Good defense there once again. That time by Muneke. And another deflection, this time by Guy.
Playing hard to the buzzer here is ACU.
ACU up to 101. Loose ball. Tanner had the opportunity, and this time the exclamation points. Mo Muneke, he can fly.
Yeah, Muneke has had a great game today, doing what he can to get that ball in.
3-point attempt, that one won't fall. Bettiol with the rebound. It's a 52-point lead for the Wildcats. Inside to Guy, draws the foul. Let's take a look at the slam. I'd call this the play of the game.
Yeah, just an easy steal, gets it cleared up by Tanner there. Slam it home.
A slam with confidence.
Close the book on the day.
Guy at the free throw line, first one rolls out. Only his second and third trip to the charity stripe tonight. or I should say of the season. Second one, that one falls.
Another Wildcat who's tied his season high so far today.
Trying to force it inside, and they call a foul on Guy. He doesn't like the call. He thought he was straight up.
Yeah, that was an interesting call there. Whether or not it was a foul, he hit the floor hard. Presley's going to get 2 shots.
See, that's just the disadvantage of being the biggest guy out on the court, right? First free throw up and no good. This time by Presley.
You know, and that brings to question the thought of, you know, if you're a team that plays really aggressively and you're going to a mismatch like this, are you going to have to play a little lighter than you normally do? Because you're going to get called more in those situations.
Seat driving inside, foul call, and it falls. The shooter's touch. And Seat is up to 7 points tonight. And a chance to make it a 3-point play. He does. 8 points for the freshman guard from Edmond, Oklahoma. Great defense once again. Guy with the steal, moving the ball. Muneke trying to find an opportunity inside. Bediol to the corner, Seat for 3. It's good! JV Seat! And just like that, he has a new season high, 11 points.
Yeah, 11 points. Good freshman campaign coming on for this guy.
That 3-pointer short, rebound by Guy. Seat's hungry for more. Thought about the alley-oop. Muneke was calling for it. This time it's Tanner open for 3. It's good! Colby Tanner, welcome to the scoring column. Every single Wildcat in the scoring column tonight, and an impressive offensive performance. 3-pointer no good, and out of bounds. That miss by Castillo. Wildcats can dribble this one out. And lots of smiles courtside for the Wildcats. 61 points in the first half, 52 points in the second half. Offense from the start to the end, and the Wildcats improved to 8-5 on the season. A great performance from these Wildcats as conference play is set to begin right after this game. Boy, your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, that was a really good effort from ACU. It's one of those games where you have to question, you know, maybe are we doing this when we get to that conference schedule, or is this what we need to do every game? And from ACU, I think that they can get a good confidence boost from this one. Debatable on who you played, it's a good confidence boost no matter what.
Yeah, when you take a look just at last game on the road against a much more quality opponent, they struggled early to score. That changed in the second half against CSU Bakersfield when they scored 50 points in an epic comeback, trailing 18 points earlier in that game. But this time, from the start to the finish, it was an offensive onslaught. The Wildcats take care of business, and we'll be meeting with our player of the game in just a moment. There were a lot of great players to pick from for these Wildcats.
Oh yeah, Tobias Cameron, Joe Pleasant, UOC Guy, everyone had a good game today, and that's a big takeaway that you can have for this one.
ACU with 113 points tonight. It's the most they've scored all season and in a long time, fueled by a lot of fast breaks and forcing turnovers. ACU forced a total of 26 turnovers against Howard Payne. And we're now joined with our player of the game, Joe Pleasant, with a phenomenal performance. You didn't get out on the court a whole lot. They kept you off after that. You guys took a big lead. Did you want to stay out on the court throughout the game despite the big lead?
It was all good, man. I knew what the game plan was when Coach took me out. I was cool with it. I enjoyed being out there, having fun, playing with my guys. But it was also good to see some of the younger guys get some, more playing time, get some take, get some more feel. So I was happy for them.
This is your third consecutive game scoring in double figures. Early on in the season, you dealt with some injuries, trying to come back. How does it feel just to see that patience and persistence finally pay off on the court?
Oh, it's a great feeling. I'm definitely happy just with the results I've been getting. I just got to continue to work through the process and understand that you got to continue to work and try to get better, and my body will eventually, get to the point where it needs to be. But I'm happy with the growth. I'll just continue to go from there.
All right, you are off for a little bit of time. Conference play set to begin, or how excited are you?
I'm very excited. There's some new teams I didn't get to play in previous years. There's some old teams that I want to get revenge on, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited for this journey that we got going on with the team and the direction we're headed. It's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, Joe Pleasant, our player of the game. Have a Merry Christmas,
yes, sir. You too. Good to see you.
All right, Wildcats on top, 113-52. Wildcats improved to 8-5 on the season. This has been a presentation of the Western Athletic Conference on ESPN. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. Until next time, I'm Owen Simpson. Take care.